I'm on bottled Guinness.
Nice one. Where's mine?
Well, what have you got?
I just got normal Guinness in a glass, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's good, because last week we had the same glasses by coincidence.
Yeah, I broke mine. I threw against the wall in temper after last week. Hey, last week was episode 3, and now I now know why bands have trouble with a third album. We had trouble last week, didn't we? But we've sorted it out. We've had meetings. We've gone to counselling a couple of times on our own as a group. And I think we've sorted it out now, haven't we, to be fair?
Yeah, the suits, we had to sort of sort it out with the suits.
Yeah.
The top brass who told us off for a few things, but we're back on track.
Yeah.
Well, how's your week been?
So welcome to episode 4. My week, I've no idea. It's been all right. I think it's flown by again. You know what I mean? Kind of like lockdown is weird because you can't do nothing, but time seems to go like a vacuum. It seems to be sucked out of me. Do you know what I mean? As about you, you seem to be busy, even though you just don't answer my call.
No, I had we had an incident with the mother-in-law who was chasing shoplifters out of B&M this week and fell. Why she's not even security, but why she decides to chase shoplifters, God only knows.
She has morals. She might be like an undercover cop because you wouldn't know she's undercover.
She was faster than the security guards, but she fell, smashed her head on the pavement, broke 2 ribs, and
well, where there's blame, there's a claim. So I'll have a bit of that.
So that's we've got 2 people in the
green room.
Yeah, ready.
Well, all the booze is free because it's your house.
But we're stretching it a bit tonight, aren't we? Because we're expanding into foreign territory, aren't we?
In terms of what?
Well, one of your guests, isn't one of your guests over the border?
Over the border, he's from the second city. He's now living in Wales. He's written a book. His name is Benjamin Cross. So we're very excited to have him on the show. So that's very good. We have our regional artist. Debbie's come on again. Anywhere I go in town, people are like, get Debbie back on, play that game, play a game like Pictionaries. Everyone loves it, which is really, really good. Who else got on the show? We've got Caroline Edge talking about the Aldridge Virtual Christmas Market. Have I said that right? That's what it is, right? An Aldridge Virtual Christmas Market. I'm very interested to know A, what it is, and B, how can I get some in action? And finally, Andrew's coming on to play, I think his classic song. What's it called? Is it Brown Hill kind of Bob's Live or something?
Brown Hill's Bob, yeah.
He's going to play that live. He's never done it before, he tells me, so I'm very excited to bash that out live on air.
Okay. Well,
how's your week been? All right. Obviously, your mother-in-law had to go to a hospital, but she's okay now.
Well, she's not okay now. She's not. But she'll be okay by the weekend. Yeah, it's been fine. There's a lot been going on social media, of course.
Well, what's been happening? Hate mail or good mail?
Well, we've been following the box at Dranton Hill Lane, the box that Deb's got up. There's been a bit of, we're trying to promote that. What else is going on?
I don't know, but I know lockdown's been extended forever. I will no longer be allowed to go down the lazy old tavern, all the Turtle's Head, it seems, ever again. Which
we're not
no, I know not allowed to say the old C word, but I think everyone's talking about it today because Bojo has let us down. Well, so is that, so is our MP. Let's not get her off the hook. Old Wendy Morton has let us down yet again badly.
Can I quickly cut to your desk before we?
Yeah, 2 heroes of mine.
That's what he has on his desk, folks. When he's
one's a gold Olympian, one is our MP. Can you guess which is which?
Oh, we've got Andrew's in. He's going to be
evening, lads. Andrew is playing his fantastic song live to play us out on. I'm very excited to hear it live. Tawny music. Shall we play a song now?
Do you want to play a song now?
I do want to play a song now. Okay. No. Tell you what. Sorry. Let's get the artist in. Let's hit Debbie.
Ladies and gentlemen, artist extraordinaire. Used to display at Simply Delicious until she was banned or just taken down to
the nudity.
No,
pornography. I've heard.
No, they preferred shelves. they preferred shelves to art, apparently. So here she is, Debbie Flenley. Hello.
How are you?
You all right?
We're all right. You okay?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good.
Have you been keeping during all this madness of lockdown and Aldridge and Brownhills? She's gone. We've lost a live on air. She's
Cheers.
back.
I just had to get me drink.
She had to dive for a drink before the big show. I like that. Save the drink.
I've been on an art class with Deb, and she's been having a drink like that, and then she suddenly got mixed up and put her brushes in the gin.
I did.
A drunk picture.
I did.
Rather than the water.
Yes, I did have Russell in my art class. Russell, I'm still waiting for your homework.
Yeah.
They ain't getting out of him.
I show you what I've got, Russell. Look at this. Look. This is for my next art class.
This is my naughty book. Is it big enough? How thick is it?
Your name will be in there, Nate, I'm sure.
Oh.
Well, that's two. That's another author then, because we've got Benjamin Cross tonight, who's an author, and you're writing a naughty book. Yeah.
The two worlds can meet, fire us, and who knows what'll happen? Who knows what will spawn from that nonsense?
How are you getting on with your art classes then, Deb? Can you carry on with them?
Well, we tried it online. It was a little bit chaotic. We ended up having to put it on Facebook, much to my humiliation, but we coped. We're all right. But yeah, like a load of people, mainly over 60, all trying to do technology.
Yeah.
It was carnage. It was carnage.
I can imagine. So you drew a blank.
Yeah, we're all right. We got it sorted now.
No problem.
So
There
we've
was
got.
no sign of Russell, though. We didn't turn up. Russell, where were you?
He does that a lot. We have these meetings plans. He don't show up.
I follow you on WhatsApp.
He's everywhere like a god.
But what are you going to do for us tonight then, Deb? Is it like Pictionary online? Is it?
Ago, I got Rufus's message saying, "Debs, can you do Pictionary?"
Yeah.
Thanks for giving me a bit of warning there, Rufus.
No problem. I was busy this week.
So,
Trying to sort out lockdown.
now,
Fails.
how about guess the Christmas song?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got
Silent Night.
you've got one of your students in. You've got Mags in.
Mags, hello, Mags.
She's taken exception to the over 60 comment. So yeah. So who's going to guess then? Anyone in the
All of
chat
us.
room can guess.
All
Yeah.
of us. Yeah, everyone in the chat room. And get guessing. Let's go. Let's do this.
Right, here's the first one. Are you ready?
Go.
Here we go. Guess the Christmas song. Ready?
Is the chat room heated? It's like car Reggie's.
Oh, I was going to say. I thought you were going to miss the N out, and it was going to be Noel. Oh no, L. It is. It's L.
It is. You got it.
I'm dyslexic.
The importance of rehearsals, guys. You need to turn up to rehearsals. This won't happen.
I do lots of crosswords. No
It
L.
was Noel.
Come on, let's have another. You don't win a prize. You can't win a prize. You're
You
part
will
of this game.
never hear the last of this now.
Hold on a second.
Russell's got it.
It's only because I do crosswords, and the crossword I'm trying to do today I can't finish. I've got the last one to get, and it was overladen postman.
Overladen postman.
Yeah.
Heavy load.
No.
Overladen postman.
You meant to say how many letters, and I say
Oh, how many
millions. Millions.
Oh God, that was terrible.
It was bad, wasn't it? It's a good job this ain't live. We can get rid of that.
Go on, draw again.
Do
Go on,
another
what you got
one.
for us? Yeah, we do. We've got time for one more. Let's do this.
All right then.
Oh, I've got to say, Benjamin got it in the chat room. He's in the green room, and he got the Noel probably
That's
before me.
easy, that one, wasn't it?
That's
All right,
one.
here's another one.
Is it a Coca-Cola song? Christmas
Hold
song?
on.
Is it Holidays Are
Another
Coming?
one. You ready?
Yeah. Three tiles.
Okay.
Three wise men.
No.
3 cards. Spades.
Snap. Suits you.
3 kings of Orientar. I thought they were going to be pop songs.
I'm too good at this. I'm going to go.
No, you're so good at drawing. You're too good at drawing. That's the trouble.
Oh yeah, very good. You want one more?
Go on, one
Yeah.
more, Debbie. Let's do this. Come on, let's do it.
Okay, which one should I do?
I want the Coca-Cola song. Holidays Are Coming.
I know.
It's like Rolf Harris, isn't it? Saturday afternoon, the old cartoon show he used to do.
She likes Rolf Harris. I watched 3 ships are coming in or something like that. I saw
Is it
3 ships.
Tweety Pie?
I'm too good at this.
Come on.
Is
I
that
saw
it?
3 ships. I saw 3 ships come sailing by.
Yeah. Right, I'm going for harder ones next week.
Brilliant. Sounds good to me.
Can you colour them in next week as well?
You are.
Can you colour them in next week?
Yeah.
Deb, you're a star as always.
Thank you so much for agreeing to this.
That's
We've got
all
people
right.
commenting.
It's been fun.
Mag's got it. Mag's got it.
Good on you, Max.
Lou Pierce has got it. Chris White got it.
Hey.
Yeah. Mag's also got Elf, so I don't know what that was.
Ow.
There you go.
Oh, she's probably been
Yeah.
drinking.
It was a Christmas theme, wasn't it? So well
It was a
done.
Christmas theme.
It was.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for giving up your time.
All
You could have
right.
been doing it on far more productive stuff.
That's all going to do your homework.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make you do now while we play the song.
I'll be on the naughty step. We're going to go to a
Look, we will.
song.
Yeah, hit that song and I'll sort him out.
Hold on a minute.
Thanks, Deb.
Russell Smith.
Absolutely.
Can you keep the back page? Okay, bye now. Go to bed. Now I've got to remove these comments. We're going to bring Benjamin next, aren't we? But we're going to go to a song first, shall
I'm
we?
going to go to song first, my friend.
This is an interesting one. It's a friend of mine. He's an Aldridge guy. Quite a lot of stuff on the internet, but this is actually filmed at Stubbers Green, where where the birds are.
20 miles per hour. That's where the police sometimes they tuck in there and try and catch you. Naughty.
Yeah, well, this is his track called Ducks. It's on YouTube.
He's quack.
He's goes by the name of Adrian Harvey. So hopefully this is going to work.
It will work. Have faith.
Tomorrow shall we go and feed the ducks? 'Cause feeding ducks don't cost that much. And take a little stale bread out with us, 'cause feeding ducks don't cost that much. We could have adventures in empty shopping centers when all the other big children are busy doing their schooling. I'm gonna show you all that I know about the world in which we live, how and why and what it is. There ain't no point in living looking forward to heaven that doesn't exist, 'cause here and now is all there is. Sheltering beneath the trees with a flask and some sandwiches, some jam and some cheese, all kinds of varieties. We are the people who came from the sea, the fish-faced monkeys who climbed the trees that turned into you and me. No explanation of what put the plans inside the seeds that turned into you and me. We are the miracles of no explanation. Your guess is as good as mine as to our creation. So tomorrow shall we go and feed the ducks, 'cause feeding ducks don't cost that much. And take a little stale bread out with us, 'cause feeding ducks don't cost that much.
Subtle fade.
We've got a problem, technical problem. People are saying there's a bit of echo on your mic.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. How's that? Is that any better, guys? Let us know.
So if you just.
But I'm going to crack on regardless. Coming up next is an author.
Today we're going
from...
to show you the AI technology that is able to
What's that?
transform any text into speech and read it in such a natural sounding way that it's tough to tell it was generated by a computer and not a real human being. But before that, let me tell you something.
Have you got
Videos
a
without
video
a
in the
good
background, Ross?
voiceover
Because
will
this is
not convert,
outrageous
will
behaviour.
not get you clicks, leads, traffic, or any sales. Since the dawns of humanity.
Oh my God. Without further ado, here is Benjamin for his fantastic new book called Colony. How are you, Benjamin? Finally, I get to meet you. And may I just say, what a cracking background you have there. That's a lovely fireplace.
Yeah, thanks. This is my collection of bits and pieces that I've picked up from round and abouts in the house. We moved in here about 1.5 years ago,
Yeah.
and I've been sort of busily exploring the garden and digging holes and making myself very unpopular with my wife, as you can imagine.
Don't worry about that. That's their job. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. So yeah, some of this is the bits and pieces I've managed to find actually on my own property. So
Nice one.
yeah, it's been pretty good.
So you're like an archaeologist. You're almost practicing in your own house, almost homework,
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
on-site training, almost
Yeah.
working from home. There it is. There, I got there in the end.
Yeah, define working from home, eh? Yeah,
It's hard nowadays. I tell you that, my friend. So,
yeah. tell
so
me
whereabouts
about
are you from? From the second
it.
city?
Well, I'm
Whereabouts?
from there. I was actually born up in Grimsby. I moved to Birmingham when I was just under 1 year old with my family, and then I lived there until I was in my mid-20s, really. Sort of in and around south and southeast Birmingham, parts of Solihull, Moseley, Kings Heath, all that sort of area. And plenty of friends who came from Sutton Coldfield, and a couple of mates who went to Wolverhampton Uni and all that. So, you know, fairly wide sort of experience of the Birmingham area.
No, absolutely. But I'm also kind of like, so a boy from that background, how do you then get into like archaeologist? It just doesn't seem to. You don't see many boys kind of gone up in like the hood, kind of got into that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was just something that always appealed to me. You know, I guess I grew up on a diet of things like Indiana Jones, same as a lot of people from, you know, who are my age. And yeah, it was something that fascinated me from an early age. And I was lucky enough to be, I went to uni, and when I was there, I started off studying English literature, but I was finding that it was putting me off reading.
Really?
You know, they were telling me what to read and when I had to have it read by, and you know, it wasn't exactly the sort of experience that I'd been hoping for with English lit. So I had a chat with a couple of mates who were doing archaeology, and they said, yeah, you know, come along and see if it's something you'd be interested in. So I kind of landed on my feet with it, really, Rufus.
Oh, so you kind of went in like accidentally, and it's
like
words out actually. But also, kind of once you do your courses and you qualify, how do you actually get a job?
Well, I mean, it's one of those. I think with a lot of people when they start out in a particular profession, there's a bit of a catch-22, isn't there? Because all the employers are there after you having tons of experience already in order to get a sort of even a trainee position. And it's the same in archaeology. You know, when I first started in sort of the mid-noughties, everybody was asking me to already have 6 months experience of digging in the field. And it's like, well, how do you expect me to have got that? You know, I've been studying, I've been doing other things. So really, it's a bit of luck, knowing the right people. You know, you need that sort of that little bit of help to get on the ladder, and then once you're in there and you've got your 6 months, you're away, really. So
Fantastic. So now you've kind of moved on.
Yeah,
you've written a book.
I've indeed. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's. I mean, writing's another thing that I've always done. I've always been interested in. I think I probably picked up the bug from my folks. They were. I mean, they were always reading books. You know, the bookcases everywhere, and you know, I think I must have seen what it was that it did for them, that it made them happy, and it was something that was worthwhile. So I started reading at an early age, and then I started thinking, hey, you know, I could have a little go at this, and started preparing little sketches and things of that nature. And yeah, it's turned out to be a full novel now. So,
and so what's it about?
Well, it's an action thriller. It's I mean the first rule in writing a book, it basically write what it is you'd enjoy to read, you know. And for me, it's always been fast-paced action, you know, explosions going off. There needs to be a good set of characters there to carry it, so that it's not just empty. But other than that, it's, you know, you need that sort of pulse racing, sort of heart stopping moments and all the rest of it. So that's what it is in essence. The story's about an archaeologist, surprisingly enough.
Is it you?
I wish. Well, no, actually, I don't wish, given what happens to him. But so he ends up. No, well, no, it's not to give too much away, but let's just say he doesn't have a very easy time of it.
Okay, like me on the show.
Yeah, well, yeah, he ends up basically on an Arctic island, part of a place called Franz Josef Land, which is off the north coast of Russia, and he's up there doing some investigations, and a couple of things take place, and he gets stranded on the island, and then he finds out that he's actually being stalked, and yeah, it's a bit of a will he survive?
Is it cat and mouse?
Yeah, kind of. And he's not too sure who it is either or what it is. So yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
I'm enjoying it. I've started because you sent us a draft through, so I'm enjoying it.
Did you?
It's the first time. Yeah, no, it's the first time I've ever read a book that's being published in advance. But I'm reading. Yeah. How long? I've tried to write. I've tried 3 books to write. I've got ideas, but how long has it taken you to do this?
Well, I mean, this one took me. It took me a long time, basically, because I wrote it at the same time as working, and I had a couple of kids as well along the way, and you know, an awful lot of life got in the way, basically. So I'd say overall, it probably took me about 4 years to complete it. So it was a labour of love. It was early mornings and late nights basically to get it finished, but yeah, it was worth it in the end. I mean, it was just the sense of achievement once you'd finished it was just, you know, it made it all worth it.
So did you know once you wrote it, for this is a good one, this is?
Well, I mean, I guess again, I enjoyed it. You know, it was what I'd have wanted to read. So to me, it was, you know, I thought, well, this is something I'd want to pick up off the bookshelf. So yeah, and then obviously the next thing you have to do is you have to basically go out and pitch to agents and publishers and all that sort of stuff, and that's an entirely different ball game. Then I mean, you know, this isn't sort of friends and family reading it anymore. This is people whose commercial livelihood depends on it.
It's his business.
Yeah, so they give you both barrels basically.
Yeah, which is good, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least it's the truth.
Yeah, too right. And I mean, it's you know, I mean, I'm a reader as well, and I'm guessing you guys read as well. You know, and most people that I know do. And I think you wouldn't really have that kind of confidence in the books that you pick up off the bookshelf if you didn't think, well, they've got to be of a certain standard, would you?
No, absolutely, yeah.
So
the book is coming out when? Is it January 2021? I heard.
Yeah, it's 28th of January. But it's available to pre-order now, so you can get it on all good bookstores at the moment, Waterstones, WH Smiths, everywhere, and then it will be published on the 28th, and then hopefully, who knows with the world the way it is at the moment, I guess there would have been a big sort of launch and stuff, but yeah, I guess it'll all be online this time around. So
I think Ross and I were like you having a party, like a launch party.
Yeah, well, you would. I mean, that's how it's always worked, you know. But the publishing industry's been hit like any other, really. So I think we'll have to adapt, and it will probably be done online and that sort of stuff. So something will happen.
We can trash that, Ross. We can go into that over Zoom.
Can I put a request? Can I put a request in for an author signed copy?
Absolutely.
If I buy it through you. Can I just when you I'm so interested in the, because I've never got as far, obviously, I've just done drafts, and did you have to do any rewrites after they went to publishers? Did they come back to you and lots of edits or?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I sent it off to agents in the first place. I mean, you know, if you want to sort of foot in the door with publishers, then an agent is a really good way to go because they speak the same language, you know. And so I found one particular agent who was interested, but she basically said to me, "Look, you're going to need to do some work on it, basically, in order for me to feel like I can sell it." So I had my first round of edits before I'd even got to publishers. You know, it was from the agent, and then subsequent to that, there have been many others. You know, so it does.
Well, I'm no expert, but I'm a reader, and what I got, I haven't read it all yet, but what I got from it. I always feel when someone writes the first book that they're overly descriptive with stuff, and it drives me balmy. And I didn't get that from your writing. Sometimes I think, I mean, it's pretty weird example. Shades of Grey. I mean, I got 3 pages into that and I had to throw it across the floor because
that's because it's rubbish.
It's too descriptive. It's
a kid's book.
Shades of Grey.
It's not a good comparison. I know.
No, you can't compare that. I'm so sorry, Benjamin. He said that. I'm so sorry. At the next meeting, he's getting it both barrels. Do not worry about that.
I'm hideously offended here. It's absolutely awful. No, it's.
I do read other stuff. It's just
that was just the second book as well.
All right, yeah, we believe you.
Yeah.
The funny thing with 50 Shades though was it was a sensation. You know. Yeah. I mean, there was literally nobody was talking about anything else in the publishing industry for the whole of 2012 or whatever, were they? So
it's made money, isn't it? That's the thing, unfortunately.
That's why I referenced it really, because that's the only reason I picked it up to think, well, why is this so popular? And I couldn't get past 3 pages. Yeah. That's why I referenced it.
That's because you're not a housewife.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get past 3 pages, Ross. Come on. You need to know your audience.
Because there was no pictures in it. That's why I didn't get past 3 pages.
Absolutely. That would have confused you.
But I really would like to purchase a copy from you and get an autographed copy. That'd be great.
Well, if I'm your secret Santa, Ross, I will sort that out. How does that sound?
Yeah, I will sign one for you with the greatest of pleasure, Russ. Absolutely.
But getting back to archaeology, what's the greatest thing you've ever found?
Well, I mean, people usually ask me about whether I found any gold, basically. And
you wouldn't tell them. You'd keep that. You wouldn't tell them.
Well, precisely. I'm not going to tell anybody about all the gold I've found over the years and stolen off. So,
I feel like deep down we're all pirates.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess it's probably things like you'll find sort of placed deposits sometimes where people have actually had, they've had some kind of a ritual. They've dug a pit in the prehistoric period and they've placed things in it that obviously meant something to them, like pieces of stone axe that they've chipped, things that they've carved onto. I think probably one of the most interesting things I found was actually an early Roman pit where they'd basically taken an awful lot of sheep and they'd obviously slaughtered them, done whatever they'd done, eaten it, and then they'd taken the skulls, turned them all upside down and put them in a big pile. And right on the top of it, they'd obviously chipped out the face of a god off one of their pots in a perfect sort of circle.
Oh, wow.
Placed it on top as an offering.
So here's a question for you. You find it. Who owns it?
Well, it really
surely
does
find his keepers. Surely there's no grey area here.
It really isn't. No, I mean, as an actual field archaeologist, you'll never get to keep any of the stuff that you find. It belongs to the project in effect. If it's treasure, if it counts as treasure, so if it's particularly valuable, then it has to be sold to the government for an agreed price, and then technically it belongs to the landowner. But they will tend to sign away title to anything that's found at the start of a dig. Right, basically, as an archaeologist, you don't get to run away with what you find at all.
Can I just tell you a really interesting thing on this? My great grandmother was the nurse for the Tutankhamun tomb excavation. She was the chief nurse, and they gave her bits. And I've got scarabs from the tomb. She had some tapestries, but she used them as headrests on a settee, and they got ruined. But I've still got these scarabs, and I took them to the I took these to the British Museum, and they said they couldn't date them because they still do exactly the same. They still make them carve them exactly the same way. But I know the provenance of them. But that's my claim to fame in archaeology.
We'll go Antiques Roadshow, me and you, son.
Yeah.
We'll go after that. Don't you worry about that, son.
Sorry, Rufus.
I said we've got half that dish rag. Don't worry about that, Ross. We're going
Yeah.
Antiques Roadshow. We'll get some money for that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes. So your book is out soon. Is it a one-off book or is it a series?
Well, it's at the moment it's a standalone.
Okay.
I've written a second one, which I wrote an awful lot quicker. That took me a year. But it's a standalone novel, so that's yet to be published or anything. I do want to write a sequel to Colony. Immediately I finished the first book, I wanted to carry on with the sequel to it, really, and so it's in there, and hopefully, if this one does okay and it's received well, then
It will go okay. It will go okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you'll
hopefully.
come back on near at a time. You'll come back on like
Absolutely.
January.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
We'll go over it again and we'll spread that love.
Yeah, too right.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be in touch in the week. You do not worry about that, my friend.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Rufus, and thanks,
Hope it
Russ.
goes
Yeah.
well. No
Thank
problem.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Have a good
don't
evening,
thank
guys.
him. See you later.
Bye-bye.
You too, my friend. Goodbye. What about that, Ross? A real life author writing in our missive. You've upset him. What's wrong with you?
I didn't upset him.
50 Shades Grey's not in a real book.
No, it was a comparison about people, why something like that can get so popular and it's so badly written. I'm enjoying this book, and I will tell you more about it as I get. I'm about a third of the way through, I think.
Absolutely. So what's up next? Should we go to the virtual market, the virtual Christmas market with Caroline Edge?
Yeah, should we bring her in? I'm just
Hit that button. Play VT. We had a budget. Play VT.
You want VT or do you want
No,
Caroline?
I'm joking. Is it Caroline Edge in?
Hi.
Okay.
Good evening, Caroline. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Pleased to meet you after all this time.
Yes, I know.
No, it's been a couple of days. You are Kent's finest, I've heard.
Yes, originally. Yeah.
What are you doing up here? I know I can't ask that, but what are you doing up here?
Most of my life I have lived here, but
Ah,
all my
okay.
family is from
Kent,
Maidstone. Yes.
which is near France.
Yeah, it is.
They're near France to here. Weird, that isn't it?
Yeah,
I always
so
think that's
I
mad.
am a Midlander, really.
Ah, okay. You're kind of like
Yeah,
adopted, like I am.
Yeah, just got a bit of a weird accent. It just swings
Yeah,
both directions, south and
Yeah,
north.
I think mine goes with anger.
Or booze, alcohol.
Yeah,
is the other one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You ever come down Lazy Hills Tavern, you'll hear me. So listen, tell me about your website. Tell me about the
Yeah,
Aldridge Christmas
so-
Market online virtual thing. What's it called?
So it's the virtual Christmas market for Aldridge Virtual Christmas Market, and I set it up because I have a few little small businesses. My main one is fitness, which I'm doing all online at the minute. And
you like Joe Wicks, your very own, like Joe Wicks.
but better, yeah.
Oh, okay. I know self praise is no praise, but I do believe you on that one.
But so I just thought it's a really good way for people to promote and sell their products, especially at the moment with the way everything is, and especially for local businesses, because the shops are shut, aren't they, as well? So a lot of people
Forever.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people might not actually want to go out to a shop to buy things. So if it's really local, which it is, you can literally drop things to people's porches or whatever. It's very safe, and it's supporting business, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's supporting all these local people. And actually it's been really good. I think we've got over 500 people in that group now.
That's good.
So
That's good.
it's a lot, and a lot of them are really local, either Aldridge or maybe Walsall Wood or Walsall in general. So if you buy something on there, someone will literally probably live up the road from you. So that's really great.
So returns are easy.
What's that?
So returns are easy.
Yeah, totally. And a lot of the stuff as well is all handmade and really high quality goods. I've bought stuff myself. I've bought some like handmade baubles, like personalized baubles.
Oh, nice.
And I've obviously seen similar things in the shops for a lot more. So it's really good value as well. But it's just really good that everybody on there is kind of living really locally, and the businesses are really getting
It's a
promoted.
community, isn't it? Yeah.
It's really easy marketing because obviously straight away when you're on there, you're going to come across 500 people who might not know about you. And I also asked a lot of the people in the group if they bought stuff, and a lot of people have bought a lot of stuff off the market, or they will ask questions. So you can
It's a microeconomy you've set up.
Yeah. So you can ask if you want something. If you're looking for a Christmas wreath or something like that, you can ask, and someone will come back to you. So I've been asked to source things as well. Like I was asked to source some children's toys. Yeah, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. We're also doing a raffle, which I must mention, there's a local charity, Keeping Tummies Full.
Lucy, yeah.
Which is really local, which is brilliant. I have shared the video on there of all the stuff they've been collecting, and obviously they are supporting families and kids, especially this Christmas, who are not getting anything. So we're doing a raffle on there, and we've had loads of prizes donated, all amazing prizes, because a lot of them are just obviously these handcrafted goods. And so it's £5 for 5 tickets. And then I'm going to do a live raffle in the group.
Oh, wow.
So I'll record it. Probably the week before Christmas. We've been running it since the middle of November, so the week before Christmas, and we'll just do a live raffle, and I'll record it so I can share it.
You do it on a Thursday night, and we'll have the feed. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah,
let's do that. And I'll get Ross to put his hand in his pocket, and he'll buy some
so
tickets.
We need people to buy tickets because we have got a lot of stall holders. But obviously, if you're looking for Christmas gifts, you need to come on the market, and you need to support the local community, and you need to support this local charity, because £5 is nothing at the end of the day. But it's a difference, isn't it, between giving someone a Christmas and not having a Christmas at all, which is going to be the case for a lot of people.
Which is sad, really.
So yeah, I have shared the link on your site. I have been sharing it. Or if anybody knows anybody that sells amazing things, got their own business or whatever, and they want to promote it, because I am thinking as well, longer term, that maybe we could extend it and have like an Easter one, and different times of the year.
All your Christian holidays, we could do all of them.
All of them, just promote
them all
these local businesses. Because that's
have a word of Andrew. We sort you out with that.
That's the main criteria, is that you've got to be a small business. I wouldn't let some big company
corporation take over,
and also with things like branded goods, like there's a lot of people who sell online branded stuff. We only have an ambassador for each product, so you're not going to be bombarded by 25 people from one brand,
okay.
So yeah, but it's really, there's some amazing things on there.
Caroline, can I ask? Is there a Facebook page or a website we can put a link to? Because we've been supporting the Tummies thing, both Rufus and I. In fact, I was there Wednesday when they were moving the food. But is there a link we can put up on the show for you?
What do I need to do? Do I need to send it directly to you, or? I have got
just tell us and we'll find that. We've got we've got loads of runners in the background working for us.
On Facebook, you can just look for Aldridge Online Christmas Market. But I can message you the link, or people can contact me. They can message me on Facebook, Caroline Edge, and I can give them the link. And also the tickets, the way you buy the tickets is that you can PayPal or bank transfer or whatever to me, and then I will send you a virtual ticket. So I've got to book a raffle tickets, and I'm just sending out the virtual tickets for people.
That's it there.
That's it. There you go. Yeah.
There we go. Our teams of people have thought that. Well done, people.
But it's fantastic. You can see all the things on there. We've got loads of stuff on there, all kinds of imaginative gifts as well, things you wouldn't think of to buy people.
So do you close on Boxing Day? Is it over once Christmas is over? No. When do you keep going to?
I think so now. I think it's a really good platform now we've set it up to do things like maybe a January sale, or we could do an Easter, whatever. Different, and people know that it's people that are going to be local to them. because obviously a lot of people do not want to go anywhere, so they might be able to order everything online and then get it dropped to their front door. And obviously there isn't the delivery costs that you're going to get necessarily. It's probably as quick as Amazon, isn't it, really?
Probably.
Quicker.
Absolutely, yeah. That should be a catchphrase. We're quicker than Amazon.
Quicker than Amazon, yeah.
Absolutely, and we'll also
it's
leave it in your bin
brilliant.
if
I'm really
need
chuffed
be.
with it. I think it's really good.
Oh, brilliant! Thank you so much for coming on
No
and telling us all about your calls. It's been it's been a joy, hasn't it, Ross?
Yeah, I'm having to be careful.
Listening. I think it's been a joy. Thank you so much, Caroline.
That's
and
okay.
good luck in the future, and good luck all year round this market. I hope it goes well.
Yeah, and if anybody wants online fitness, they need to speak to me.
Yeah. I'll be DMing you later. Don't worry about that, girl.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Can I just explain? I was listening. It's just we've got a slight technical problem. My mic's on. Rufus echoes a bit, so I was listening. I'm paying attention, but I'm trying to duck out.
That's all that matters.
Because when he does that, it causes a feedback. So we're just trying to sort it out. But Caroline, well, she lives down the road from me, so I know Caroline well.
I don't know. I've been in this town 4 years.
We met in the first lockdown, actually. I've met everybody on my road.
Oh, you break the rules.
We're just shouting down the road and clapping and all that. So actually,
pots and pans.
It's good in the way that you're meeting your local community, aren't you? You're meeting people that you just wouldn't have met before. And I think that's something that nowadays we've lost. And hopefully it's coming back, you know.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll have you back on nearer the time then, and we'll catch up with you, and we'll push your fitness. Yeah, thanks ever so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your obviously busy day. See you soon. Right, what do you want to do, Ross? It's up to you. Do you want to play music or do you want to do my diary? It's your call. Let you be in charge. If anyone's interested, Tottenham winning 4-0.
They can't be winning 4-0. I think we'll play introduce your piece and then we'll bring Andrew in because he's sitting there with all his tech. So this is only a couple of minutes. This is Andrew, and then you're in.
So I'm doing my piece, am I? So after last week we had a shock and we decided we need more videos, and I thought, you know what the world needs to hear is my diary set to jazz music, and here it is.
So bullying is never okay, unless I do, and then it's clearly banter, you big snowflake. But Priti Patel is kind of a hot and powerful woman doing powerful things, which is kind of a turn on. I'm currently torn between my morals and my schlong. So I asked my 9-year-old son this week, why didn't you listen to my radio shows? He replied, all your music is so last century. But I'm like, you like ABBA? And they had 2 good songs. They're the most overrated band on the planet. He simply replied, you're so funny, Dad. Talking to the boy about shin pads and how in my day they're like something Robocop was made of compared to today's, which are like cigarette papers. He didn't believe me. He didn't believe the story of a lad I knew who, not being able to afford shin pads, stuffed school textbooks down his socks. Whilst watching The Crown, I said to my wife, there's too many characters in this story for me to keep up. She replied, well, just know the basics of your royal family. So I replied, I'm half Irish, so half me loves the royal family and the other half me wants to assassinate them all. It's complicated. Scotland will be the first country in the world to make access to free period products a legal right. You lucky
Sort of about that. Did that work?
I had to kind of cut it quick at the last word, didn't we? Should we bring Andrew in?
No, absolutely. We didn't think it through.
Should we
Absolutely.
bring Andrew in before we get Ofcom on the phone? Hello, Andrew.
Good evening, lads. How you doing?
How are you? What do you think of my diary?
It's opinionated.
It's only something, isn't it?
I'm loving that.
Oh,
I'm loving
dear.
that. I'm loving that Shure microphone.
Do you like it? It's not an original. It's a copy. It's relatively inexpensive, but I just love the sound, and it certainly looks the part. It's absolutely wonderful.
I've got one. I've got one in the garage, exactly the same. It's not an original remake of it, but I used it for photo shoots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has it got the switch? Has it got the switch on it? The little black switch.
Works. I'm not going to switch myself off in case I can't switch myself back on again.
Nothing worse.
Listen, I know you guys are all about product placement. Okay, so product placement time.
No, we're not. Where's he get that
wearing
from?
my Asgard t-shirt. Okay, so the Asgard game store in the middle of Warsaw. I've known Vince for years, and he's closed down at the moment because of lockdown. But obviously, from next week, retail can reopen, which is good. Means I can go out and buy some Christmas presents. It's games, and there's also a cafe, and you can go in there and you can board game with other people in normal times. Obviously, that's not on the cards at the moment. But,
so where's that
that's
based?
wonderful. It's right in, the big square where the market is at the top,
Yes.
halfway up the hill towards St Matthews. He's right in the top corner of there, kind of opposite corner to the computer exchange place. And yeah. And it's a lovely place. And he did a crowdfunder a while back, and one of the things was a t-shirt. And I said, yeah, put me down for one. So I'm wearing that. Represent. It's wonderful. I've also got a beer, although it's non-alcoholic.
Oh, I'm so sorry for you. So sorry.
No.
Can I just stop you there, Andrew? Because you're a man after my own heart. Andrew's got a game out, or he's historically got a game out.
That was my next question. Thanks for that, lads.
I'm playing on tomorrow night because my daughter goes to that game shop in Warsaw. But we're doing an escape room tomorrow night at our house.
What, in your own house? You know the way out, surely.
It's a box game, and
Just a
we're
cage for Henry.
I'm not going to get a word in edgeways here, am I? I'll leave it to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ross. Great input there.
Hey, I tell you what, I love your echo, but because I'm all hooked up for the studio setup, right? I can do better. Check.
How do you like me now? Oh, no, hold on 1 moment.
Like Crazy Frog. Do you remember Crazy Frog?
Clean up on aisle 6.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Rufus.
Yes, why not do jingle?
A word about diary.
Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds like you need that on my radio show. It sounds amazing.
I love it.
What are you doing tomorrow? Do some jingles.
Do you know what?
I'm on furlough to March. I may as well come around.
I'm still working from home. It's great. I don't get to use this.
Rigging
setup,
sick.
obviously,
Come round
but,
mine.
No, thanks. I tell you what, it's a good time for jingles. If anybody's knows about the Parish Church Facebook page, I've just done a jingle for them. They're going to be doing an advent calendar little thing online every day. So I don't know if Steve, the rector, actually watches Ant, but I guess he probably does. Plug for him. They're going to be doing stuff all through Advent in the run up to Christmas.
Get him on the show. Make him talk about it.
Well, speaking of which, Christmas Eve, are you guys going to let me come and sing some carols?
I've been elbowed out. You're coming in to take my place. I've heard.
Mate, more than love to. More than love to.
Oh, well,
Wonderful.
thank you. Thank you. Get rid of me.
I've got a nice big elbow. We'll just nudge it.
No, absolutely.
Job done.
I know. I'll be at home. I'll be emailing in loads of abuse. So yeah,
that
really looking forward to that.
Pretty standard.
Really looking forward to that. Absolutely.
So how's the week been, lads? You all right?
Flown by. I'm on furlough. I do nothing and it's flown by. Makes no sense. If I was at work, I'd be dragging. I got loads to do. You worked that out.
Yeah, near my working full time from home, and still had the time to write a song about Brownhill's Bob the other week.
Prove it.
I thought you'd say that.
Prove it.
Listen, this is deadly serious. We were talking online about you guys setting up your show, and somebody made a comment or a joke or a bit of banter, and Russell, made the comment that somebody should write the song, and I was like, we could have a ballad of Brown Hills Bob, but Brown Hills Bob is not a ballad kind of bloke. Do you know what I'm saying?
We know what you're saying.
So it would be a bollard of Brown Hills Bob.
He's hardcore, isn't he? From what I've heard.
He is hardcore, and about 48 inches in height.
Yeah.
So what I thought I'd do is I'd record a song dedicated to Brown Hills Bob, and it went mental on Brown Hills Bob's Facebook page, and in the process raised well over £160 for the Acorns Hospice.
Fantastic.
So another plug for Acorns. I do funerals and weddings when I'm a church musician. I played Rufus's wedding. It was the highlight of my career.
Absolutely. You played Chas and Dave, remember?
Oh, man, it was wonderful. But it's an absolute stone tragedy when a parent has to say goodbye to a child. That's the wrong way round. And Acorns work tirelessly doing phenomenal work with children who are getting right to the end and up until that point as well, all sorts of stuff. If you ever want to feel like your money is doing something really valuable, getting behind them is a good call. And it's a local charity, which is close to Bob's heart as well. So he said he'd pay me £50 into a charity of my choice for writing the song. And I said, Acorns. He said, it's a good call. He said, I'll do another 50 if you do it live on Aldridge 9 o'clock Thursday. So here I am. I stand ready to make good on my agreement. And I even have
a touch of reverb.
Before you do that, could I just, I don't like, but what this show matched Bob's offer. We put £50 in as well to Acorns.
Absolutely.
Just cause I don't want to think we'd get it on the cheap, but we did.
Nope.
We did our bit as well. So
totally, and I appreciate it all, guys. And if anybody's listening to this and thinks this is worth another tenner,
absolutely,
Acorns Children's Hospice are absolutely the people who need it, not me. One look at me tells you I have more than enough alcohol-free beer to last me until the beginning of Advent.
You guys ready?
Handful of days. Always ready. Born ready.
I have reverb. I have lyrics. All I need now is a soundtrack. Pray to God the tech works.
Big
Bob, Big Bob.
Now Brown Hills Bob has got a local name because he cycles to work and he cycles back again. He keeps us updated on his Facebook page, but he won't take hate and he won't take rage. Brown Hills Bob.
Big Bob, Big Bob,
Brown Hills Bob,
Big Bob.
Now Bob takes an interest in the history of this place, but you never hear his voice and you never see his face. You can spend your whole life looking in vain for those who've seen him and never seen the game. Big Bob. He knows the secret of the Tesco petrol station and the status of the Ravenscourt planning application. If you can't find it or you haven't got time, ask Brown Hills Bob. He's always online. Brown Hills Bob.
Big Bob, Big Bob,
Brown Hills Bob,
Big Bob.
He's the patron saint of pets and missing cash point card, but if you give him grief, then he'll come down hard. His wit is sharp and his aim is true, and he posts pickles pictures for his Brown Hills crew. Brown Hills Bob. Police lights and sirens aren't really news. That's one of Brown Hills Bob's own views. And if you think you can scream or shout, get a refund on your way out. Brown Hills Bob.
Big Bob, Big Bob,
Brown Hills Bob,
Big Bob.
Key change. Bob rides a bike that moves to tears with his GPS and its electric gears. He rides it early and he rides it late, and who'd have thought that would seal his fate to Big Bob? In the sun of the fall, the bollard came. It was sitting right there in the middle of the lane. Bob didn't see, or Bob didn't care, but we can guess where it went from there. Brown Hills Bob.
Big Bob.
Yeah.
Big Bob.
Brown Hills Bob.
Big Bob.
And now he's okay and he's back on his bike and he's putting up things on Facebook for a like. But for those of us who remain in the know, if he offers to show you his bruise, just say no.
Big Bob. Say no to Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob. Brown Hills Bob. Big Bob. Big Bob. And there you have it, gentlemen. That's how you write a hit.
I think it's a hit, don't you?
Me?
Anybody?
Or Andrew?
Andrew.
I think it's. I've got to tell you, right? The donations to Acorns, it's the most money I've made from a track, even if I didn't actually pocket it myself.
No, absolutely. It's it's a perfect cause in my eyes. It's I say it's money going to a cause that's needed, unfortunately.
Absolutely, and they do brilliant work. And you know what, Brown Hills Bob, he's a local celebrity. He's earned his reputation.
He's almost like Batman. Has everyone kind of actually met him?
I think I've met him, but I didn't know who he was.
Kind of like Batman.
And he didn't like go out of his way to tell me, "Oh, I'm Brown Hills Bob." I think I've met at least one person who says he's Brown Hills Bob who can't be.
Oh, he has imposters. This is brilliant. Oh, this is fantastic.
Do you know what I mean?
This what causes like a cult.
Man, seriously, I don't think anybody who sees the face of Brown Hills Bob is ever seen again. I think it's one of those.
He's one of those, isn't he? Yeah, he's one of those. Blimey. And long may it continue. He's doing fantastic work in the community with his websites. He doesn't push this show enough, but
no,
that's his choice.
you know what? He's good, and what he doesn't know about the local history, he works really well with the local historians. He digs up all sorts of interesting stuff. Yeah. He's got a fascination for stuff that drives him and drives other people, and it's just grand. I love hanging out on Facebook and just reading some of the stuff that's going on in his group. It's really positive. I know it's Brown Hills and not actually in Aldridge, but
Yeah, no, it's fine. We're all under the same umbrella. Aldridge and Brown Hills. That's what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, you see, you can tell you're not local.
Well, how about that? Does that help?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You've got to give it to Brown Hills, Bob. He does, although he's Brown Hills,
That's aggressive.
No, but he does feed into Aldridge now and then, and Aldridge United, and he's always got his eyes open. If we miss something that's inappropriate or something, he cares for the complete community. Pelsall, Aldridge, Walsall. He's
a good lad. I like him.
No, absolutely. Long may it continue his fantastic work, just like us. Or we're trying to do.
Oh, absolutely. It's a service, isn't it?
No, absolutely.
Can we, before we leave this thing, can we just touch on? Are we still going to go for this Christmas Eve? Now you've proved the technology. Are we going to go for it?
I am quite happy to do you live caroling on Aldridge 9 o'clock Thursday from 9 o'clock. Shall we say for at least half an hour, maybe a solid hour if there's enough people on it. And I'll do a mixture of live and some kind of other recorded carols because obviously there's only me. I don't have a choir with me or anything. And we'll put the lyrics up on screen and we'll publish a carol sheet out on the Facebook page in advance and people can join in from home with a tipple of your choice. Maybe, half a pint of sherry.
So it's Christmas carols karaoke.
Yes. This is, I like this. Yes. Absolutely. We're going to do carols on Facebook. We've had a whole year of Karens on Facebook. We're going to go for carols on Facebook.
Absolutely, 100%. But before we go, can we just say that Lucy said that the old Albion have donated a signed football for the raffle. So if you want to win a football signed by the Albion players, then purchase a ticket, £5, and that can be yours. If you like West Brom or football.
Are there any other prizes?
No,
forget I said anything.
Hearing on this show, I think is like the booby prize. I've heard.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. How to make full Tommy's full. Drive-through drop-off. I like that. Saturday the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up and we'll unload your car. There you go. Perfect. UHT milk, tin meals and pies, crisps, kid shampoo, hot chocolate, toilet rolls, Christmas snacks, and gravy granules. Yeah, fantastic. So if you can help, please do help.
Okay,
lads, should we call it a night?
Yeah,
it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, gents. It's been
great.
Thank
you for coming on and playing your song live. It's been an absolute treat.
utter joy and privilege, and thanks to Brown Hills Bob for the generous donations to charity.
And it's and the song's about him. He's your muse. He's your muse.
Do you know what? Somebody needs to write another one.
I think you're the man.
So it's
Cheers,
good night
gents.
from us all then. Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night,
Andy.
folks.
Right. So it's good night then. Until next
It's
week.
been a joy. Enjoy lockdown and happy Christmas.
Good night, everybody.
See you later.
I think we'll leave them with this. This is Joe.
Sunday, Monday, stay at home. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay at home. Thursday, Friday, stay at home. Weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to stay at home. You must stay at home.